Good morning, everybody. I know you caught me. Breakfast with Deacons, the #1 breakfast show in the morning. And we want to welcome you today to the most spectacular. This is going to be the #1. Now, you know, Uncle D was just sort of checking on a couple of things when the camera came on. But that's all right. Here's what we're going to do. The first thing that I do every morning is just tell us something about the Papa Francis. And you know, what is Papa Francis telling all of us today? Papa Francis is telling us today that you have to smell like your sheep. Now, nobody want to smell like me, no? And also your sheep must know your smell. So this morning I'm wearing a nice cologne. And this morning, and the only reason I'm wearing a nice cologne is because I have two beautiful women here, Lisa Wickham and Gabby Branche. Wonderful. Welcome to Breakfast with Deacons.
I'm so excited to be here.
I am more excited than you. Listen, today I found out how I must wear my microphone whenever I'm sitting and I have guests to the left or to the right of me. See why we had to bring this woman on Breakfast with Deacons? We learn every day. But let me big up everybody listening to Breakfast with Deacons. And the list is growing longer. Ruth Liverpool and Jilla Liverpool Roberts. I got that name right?
That's correct, yes.
Welcome to Breakfast with Deacons. I know you're watching. Marina Butts from Diego Martin. Now this lady watches me, and would you believe she sends me an email every day telling me about what she thought about Breakfast with Deacons. Marina, I love you. Veronica from Santa Cruz. Judy Ford from Tunapuna. Glenda Sobers from Couva. Patricia Joseph from Couva. Inez from San Fernando, my aunt. I'm calling you my aunt this morning. Petra Francis Chang from Union Hall in San Fernando, and the list goes on. Anna Marie Moore Rabatali from Gulfview. Joan Clifford from San Fernando. Helen Khan from San Fernando. Villa from Laissez-Faire, Christ the King. Alison and Roger from St. Joseph. Simon, my buddy from Chaguanas. Alison from New Grant. Alison, what would I do without you? You know, she's the second person I ever hailed out on Breakfast with the Deacons. I went to do a retreat in New Grant. Oh, you know where New Grant is? Some of you don't even know where New Grant is. But Telma from San Fernando, Yolanda Kazo from Philippines in San Fernando, and Henry Harper, Errol Lewis. Welcome to Breakfast with Deacons, and the list grows longer.
We have one more.
Who is that?
Grandma Ursula Wickham.
Grandma, Granny!
How we can forget Grandma Ursula Wickham?
Grandma, welcome to Breakfast with Deacons. This show is the best. And this morning, I have two wonderful people. But you know, we want to start, you know, they always say age before beauty. Well, we're going to start with beauty first, you know, and we old people going to take a side. Gabby, tell us the good news. I heard St. Joseph Convent. No, my daughter went to St. Joseph Convent.
Oh.
St. Joseph Convent is representing, your choir is representing the whole of the Caribbean.
Yes, we're representing the Caribbean in the World Choir Games in Latvia in July. It's like the Olympics of choral singing. And we're very excited to go and represent and win.
Yeah! You are in the choir?
Yes.
My goodness, you see the kind of talent we have here? So, Gabby, how did you all get in? Wait, you said St. Joseph Convent is representing the whole of the Caribbean. You're going to Latvia, where is the world, is like the World Olympics of choral singing. How St. Joseph Convent got there?
Well, we entered previous competitions and they told us we are able to represent in the World Choir Games now. And so we sent in our information, and then they told us, okay, you shouldn't be in the junior competition, you should be in the championships. We made it. So we'll be singing there when we sent our information in.
Wait.
Yes.
They're not taking all you in the junior competition. All you're going big time? You're talking about serious, I mean, with people all the way up there?
Yes.
Talent in Trinidad and Tobago. You understand what is going on? Listen, man. West Indies winning. You know, we won our two warm-up games. One against England, the other one is against Sri Lanka. We bust their throat. By the way, I know this is not carnival time, but I just have to throw this in for you all so that you all understand what is going on with Trinidad and its talent, its culture. The Catholic Carnival Band for the last 2 years, 2012, 2013, they chose our costumes to represent Trinidad and Tobago as Trinidad and Tobago's national costume at the World Arts Festival in Hollywood, California.
I heard that.
In 2012, we won Best National Costume. In 2013, we won Best National Costume. And this year, we're going to repeat. We're going to repeat because we seem to be doing beautiful things all over the world. We are God's chosen people. And therefore, we have an incredible responsibility of being God's chosen people.
Yes.
Gabby, you're going. When are you all going?
We're going from July 9th to the 19th.
Yeah.
And well, before that, we have a concert coming up in April to raise funds for it. So we'll be singing there too and drumming and all that, the school Pan side. And then in July, we'll be going to sing songs with Pan and drumming as well.
But tell us more about the concert.
Yes,
Tell everybody outside there about the concert so we could come and support you all and so that you all could get the necessary funds to make life wonderful. Tell us about it.
The concert is on April 6th. At Queen's Hall from 6 p.m. They'll be having Andre Mangatal, Eddie Cumberbatch, St. Joseph Convent CIC Symphony of the Saints Panside, who came third in Panorama.
I heard so. That's my school, eh? St. Mary's College. Go ahead. And St. Joseph Convent, I used to love the girls.
The Tucson Movement will be performing, and of course, the St. Joseph Convent Choir.
Wow, all of this is on
Gabrielle
April the
Francois
6th.
well,
Gabby Francois is going to be there.
Yes, and Renee Solomon.
Yeah. So a lot of big things happening.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah, and are you producing the shows on there?
Yes,
You know you.
Yes.
You seriously? I was only kidding. You're the production person.
Yes.
Hey, this woman is a production person.
Well, you know, as a parent, you have to get involved in your school.
Please,
Whatever
tell
school.
Tell us more about the
Whether
concert.
it's primary school or secondary school, you know, parents.
I mean,
That's the only way the schools can.
That's right.
Can really, you know, the teachers have their part, but I think parents also get involved, and St. Joseph's Convent get their parents involved.
I know that. I know that.
Yeah, but the concert it's going to be fabulous because the first half, as Gabby said, you have all these wonderful acts, and then the second half, people will be privy to what the choir how the choir will represent Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean in Latvia, and some other special songs that they've been rehearsing since last year. Yes, a long time.
A long time.
Because it's Olympics, they have to get ready.
Good, my good. I'm excited. I just want to burst and jump out my chair. But tell me, I mean, choral singing. You know, I used to sing a little bit, you know, not too much. They said that every time Uncle Derek sang, he threw off the band. You know what I mean? Whoever was accompanying us, they went into the wrong tone, and I'm tone deaf. But, I mean, how did you get involved in singing? Does mommy sing? Do you sing?
Yeah, I was in the Holy Name QRC choir.
You in the Holy Name QRC choir?
Yeah, I'm a Holy Name girl. Good morning to my Holy Namers. I know, you know, we have this little rivalry, but I love St. Joseph Convent now, so I have both sides, left and right.
Yeah. I got thrown out of both schools. I will tell you all about that at the breakfast with Deacons. Tell me about the whole show and so on. It's to help raise funds.
Raise funds, yes, because the choir needs to raise $1 million.
Right.
It would be lovely if a corporate sponsor will say, you know, this is a fabulous opportunity for the girls. Let me give you $200,000 to assist with, you know, airfare, accommodation, and you know, the costuming. Brian McFarlane has agreed to design the costumes, so they expect some spectacular costumes as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so, you know, Mia Gormandy is accompanying the choir, and she has produced music, arranged music for the choir. So, you know, it's something that I think the whole country should rally around, because these girls are going, and it's the first time a choir from the Caribbean has got into and it's about 100 countries.
100 countries?
Yeah, at least 100 countries.
Good news, you heard it first on Breakfast with the Deacons, eh? You heard it first.
That's true, that's very true.
It's very true. You heard it first on the Scoop! All right, we want corporate sponsors. Listen, I know a lot of you sitting down there watching us. Your husbands are, managing directors, owners of multinational companies, big companies. These girls are representing our country. They are the best of the best, and they're going to represent us on a big stage. Now, if they wanted to contribute, how could they get
involved?
They
can
call
the school. Good. And they can get the account, and or they can purchase tickets for the concert on the 6th,
right?
Which are now available at the school. It's $250 for special reserve seating, right. $200 for general, and everybody gets a welcome drink. Hello. A nice cocktail, fruit, non-alcoholic.
No, I saw that wing. I saw that. Let me tell you something. You all are, you know what you all are contributing to? You're contributing to the culture. You're putting Trinidad again on the map, because people are getting to know us not only for the Brian Laras and the Arthur Boldens and the J. Hugh Gordons and the George Bovels and so on, you know what I mean? But they're getting to know us for something that is creative, something beautiful, something that is intrinsically us, you know what I mean? In terms of our talent, our treasure.
You know what's the other consideration as well? Many of the girls in the choir, if it were not for these trips, would not maybe not ever travel or even see that part of the world. So it's also an exchange as well, and an education. Some of the girls who went before said that this was an opportunity for them to experience other parts of the world. So it's only positive. Meanwhile,
$250 her ticket.
Yeah,
that's no money. You know what she paid to go and watch a concert?
Like
a roly-poly concert. A big money. And all we want, this is $250. You get a non-alcoholic drink. I like that. And you wait, right?
Meanwhile, we still have the youth group from St. Teresa's that you will have rocking.
I will. Auntie Lisa, talk to us about the youth group from St. Teresa's.
Well, let me let Gabby talk to you about the youth group. That's her youth
You're involved in everything, aren't you?
Yes.
You're following this lady or what?
She passed me long time.
She passed you long time. Gabs, we had a wonderful, 3 days of retreat with the young people from St. Teresa's, from St. Patrick's, and a sprinkling of other churches, right? And I saw you. How did the car wash go?
Oh, the car wash was excellent. It was very successful. We washed over 20 cars.
Wow.
And 99% of the children in the youth group probably washed 1 or 2 cars for the most in their life. So it was an experience.
I can just imagine how they wash cars. They rub it all. Right, good.
We raised the money we need to go to Tobago, and I think it was a very learning experience for most of us, and we had fun in this meantime. Yes,
you all didn't have any soap fights and things?
Of course. Bucket fights.
Where you all going?
Tobago.
What you all doing in Tobago?
With you?
With me? First time I hear about this. That's a joke. So we go in Tobago
on a retreat for 4 days, from the 10th to 13th.
Right.
It's our Lenten retreat, because when we formed the group in November, one of our goals was to have a retreat every term.
Right.
So this is for the Easter term.
Wow. And it's going to be exciting. This is good. I love going to Tobago. So we come into Tobago. So in case you're all watching us on Breakfast with Deacons, we go in Tobago.
Yeah. St. Teresa's youth group just formed in November, and they've had a retreat to, well, you can talk about what you guys have done.
Retreat to Grand Couva with Sister Monique.
Right.
We've had
Sister Annette, I think.
Two movie nights in church to raise funds, and the car wash. We've gone to the 3-day youth explosion retreat, and we sang, we learned, and we had everybody praising Jesus.
Yes.
And we also had Father Gio coming to speak to us as well. And we've been doing quite a lot of activities, and we've grown from 6 people on our first meeting to about 25 people.
Wow.
And it's still growing.
Yeah. Awesome. 6 to 25. All we just need to do is just sow the seed, be faithful. How are you involved in this youth group?
I am just the parent advisor along with Auntie Michelle McIntosh.
Right.
And we let them, we guide them. So for example, in the first few sessions, we help them with their mission, because you have a mission. We have their goals and their objectives, and we we teach them that, you don't just talk.
Right.
You put it in writing, and then you check it off, and then you set bigger goals or larger goals. So I think the first objective was to have 15 people by the end of the year.
And we had over 20.
Wow.
So now they have to set another goal, So yeah, so that's our role. And really just, Auntie is the one who will have to run and say, okay, you come from here, go there,
Right.
focus.
Right.
But they do their own activities, and each session, you have a Bible reading, a Bible discussion, and then you have an
Each
activity.
person does an activity each week. So I will tell someone, okay, you're doing the activity next week, and they'll plan it. And it's usually, sometimes it will be discussion, sometimes it will be actual activities, like physical activities, and everyone enjoys it, and we go to school and talk about it after. And, you need to join this group.
Listen, I wanted you all to just kind of focus on the body language between daughter and mother. You just saw mommy looking on lovingly while Gabby was speaking. I just saw them smile. That's how a mother and daughter should relate. You know what I mean? Oh gosh, breakfast with Deacons, you can't get it any better.
That's why we win when we play taboo as a team.
When you play taboo as a team?
Yes.
And that's why you all win? So you know everything that's good. That is a bond that you can't break. Listen, man. It's what Jesus wants, Jesus didn't just drop out of the sky. He came into family. Yesterday we talked about Saint Joseph. It was Saint Joseph's day, the spouse of Mary. I share with everybody, how important family is. Oh gosh.
But Deacon, I'm glad you said that, because we can't forget grandma,
Oh God.
Because, you have, I believe in the extended family, and it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
So grandma is an integral part of this unit. Right, Gabby?
Yes.
Grands! You hear they begin you up here. Grandma, they begin you up on Breakfast with Deacons. It's the best place I can pick up in the whole wide world.
Yes, definitely. Very exciting.
Lisa, your life.
Yes.
I mean, just give me a little bit of story now.
We don't have enough time.
You don't have enough time? I mean, you're into production, you're on television, how did you get involved? I mean, what inspired you?
To do which one? Work with youths or to get in television?
Let me do both.
All right. Well, I started on television at the age of 6 on Ricky Tiki.
You are a Ricky Tiki girl too?
2?
Well, I mean, like me,
I am
You
the Ricky Tiki girl.
Go ahead.
Well, Auntie German, I used to go and read my poetry at the age of 6, and then when I was a teenager, I was given the spelling bee segment to do on a regular basis. So I became part of the cast.
Right.
And from there, I just grew up in TTT. Gabby grew up in TTT. Queen's Hall. Yes. On stage with Auntie Noble and so on. And then, of course, TTT early mornings with me. But from Ricky Tiki, I went on to do Party Time. I did a little bit of Feedback, which was a teen talk show. Party Time, the morning show, TNT This Morning, Dateline. And then I formed my own company and started to do shows like E-Zone. And, of course, the music videos, the films, the corporate videos, and the television shows and so on. So that's how I evolved. And then in 2005, I decided to go to London Film Academy to really do this thing right. So this is how Imagine Media is now.
So 2005, Imagine Media
is my
the
company.
Name of your company?
It is, yes.
Wow. Anybody wants to get something done, go to Imagine Media. Uncle Derek is pushing Imagine Media.
And I think the most exciting, everything we do, we inject that level of excitement into. But I think just last year before, those past 2 years, we had the Home Again movie with Tatiana Ali and so on, which we did on behalf of the Canadians. So, that's been exciting. Well, my work with the youth, I've always been involved with the youth. When I was Gabby's age, I was the youth leader for the Laventil Mover pastoral area with Father Harvey and Father Christian. And you're talking about 400 youths, Deacon, because you're talking Success, Shrine, and Mover. And we had these rocking, I might give my age away, but rocking retreats, and the singing and a lot of praise and worship. And from there it was in Scouts, QRC Scouts, one of the first female venture scouts in Trinidad and Tobago with QRC. Yes, my those were very formative,
Right.
you know, years. QRC Scouts, involved in Lionism, and just community work. I love, that's my passion. I love community work. Very quietly,
Yeah.
This is not me. I don't like to talk about the community work. I think you just have to do it. You just have to do it, you know?
Yes.
So just being involved in so many areas.
Yeah.
And with my company, my passion is really youth development.
Right.
So a lot of young people, I saw Hans Devine.
Yes.
Give him a little big up on Facebook. You know, he's like, good morning to all the e-zoners, you know, that we developed through, which is true, because, you know, a lot of the young people who are in media today, you know, they pass through e-zone, Imagine Media, and I'm a tough one.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a disciplinarian. Yes.
Gabby would say that too. No, but you need that. And young people need to have a shepherd who is disciplined. And Jesus was disciplined. You know what I mean? So we could have fun, we could line, we could be creative, but, you know, we need the discipline. And once we have got our discipline, it takes, you know, part of our whole lives. Our whole lives are formed by discipline. And, you know, we say God, the Spirit is a spirit of order, not disorder.
Correct.
You know, and therefore discipline is needed. So, and young people need discipline.
Is it too much discipline, you think?
No, just enough. Because there's the...
She on TV with her mother, she bumped to see that. Don't try that.
No, it's good. There's both the creativity and the fun and then the discipline, so that, you know, because you get kind of sidetracked and stuff. So you need
somebody to just wheel you back.
Yes.
And I think we have a discussion, you know. So, for example, I remember there was a movie that her friends wanted all of them to go to see, and I always check, as I have the opportunity to say this, parents, please check the ratings and the trailer and do investigation. Don't just send your kids to watch a movie, because sometimes we get a different rating here than what it really should be. So there was this movie, and when I went and I checked it, I said,
no way.
I said, no, you can't go see that. So she's like, Mommy, why can't I? said, watch this trailer. What age you think it should be? And she said, it should be, you weren't 15 yet. You were like 14, 13. And you said it was, Mommy, that should be 15, 16. And then we had a discussion about it. So it's not a case of, you can't do that because I say so. You know, it's a discussion. Even with the discipline, there's a discussion there. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Gabs, you in school? What form are you in?
I'm in Form 4.
You're in 4 already?
Yes.
You mean like just now, next year? Oh my goodness. What do you want to do? I mean, don't tell me anything. Don't tell Mommy. What do you really want to be?
I want to be a pediatrician.
You want to be a pediatrician? She don't want to be in media. She wants to be pediatrics. Really good. How come? I mean, what?
Well, I like science and I really like children, especially younger children. And I find them the most interesting things in the world. So I said, well, science and children, pediatrics, it works together perfectly. And being able to help children feel better and when they're sick and so on. I think that's just one of the best things in the world to be able to do.
But I just want to give you there's hope, okay? My daughter Heidi, who also went to St. Joseph Convent, what she said is, Daddy, I want to be a pediatric surgeon. Now she's an actress. There's still fashion designer. You know,
but she's already an actress.
Who's that? Gabs, you're already acting?
Yeah.
You go to drama festival and I mean, how are you into acting?
Well, I've been in Lilliput since I was...
Lilliput? Were you easy?
Yes. Since I was 2 years old and started drama at 7.
A child prodigy? All you hear what going on here?
So we have our concerts every year and I act in them. And then, well, competitions in school, monologue competitions, so when I enter Sandfest as well, we used to enter.
So you really know what you want to do?
Don't forget Auntie Bernadette.
Auntie Burns? Auntie Burns?
Auntie Bernadette,
Scotty?
Love Movement, yes.
Love Movement. Auntie Bernadette. We can't forget, you know. Auntie Bernadette is, you know, is somebody really big in our own culture, in music and so on. So Auntie Burns, if you're watching on to Breakfast with Deacons, we just big you up here a little bit. Because, you know,
created the St. Joseph Convent Choir.
She created
the St. Joseph Convent singer we have today.
Wow. Would you like to just sing something for us this morning? Just a little something. A little something. Well, first you're hearing on Breakfast with Deacons.
Mrs. Valley would say she didn't get a chance to warm up.
Hello. You so good at Mrs. Rich, right? Come like, you ready? 2, 3. You coming along too?
Yes.
All right.
What we singing?
I don't know. We could sing anything. Happy birthday to you. For everybody who is celebrating their birthdays outside here. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, whoever. Right. Happy birthday to you. Breakfast with Deacons. Hey, you can't get a better show. So, Gabs, you're leaving when to go to Latvia?
The 9th.
Yeah, I think it's the 5th. The
Yes,
competition
it
starts on the 9th.
but
So the competition starts on the 9th. You all are going up on the 5th.
Yes.
They need $1 million. We have to help raise $1 million. So we also have to go to the concert, which is on April the 6th.
Correct.
April the 6th. Where is it going to be?
Queen's Hall.
Queen's Hall, April the 6th. It's just $250. You're going to get a complimentary glass. You know, right? And you're going to hear incredible music. Tell us again some of the people who are going to be. Eddie, blow me down. Eddie Cumberbatch.
Andre Mangatal, Rennie Solomon.
Wow.
Gabrielle Francois, String Quartet, Rhythmica, the Rhythm Dancers, 2 Cent Movement, Free Speech, the Symphony of Saints, Steve Orchestra, and of course, the St. Joseph's Convent Choir.
The choral. It's going to be wonderful. I'm getting people calling in already. Anytime you see people calling in here, they want to get on to Breakfast with Deacons. Call me back. Listen, just call me back and you can talk about it after.
Tickets.
I think, where are we getting tickets and when are the tickets going to be ready?
They're ready.
They're ready already.
St. Joseph's Convent, yes.
Is it only at St. Joseph's Convent?
Now and from April 1st at Queen's Hall. Yes.
From St. Joseph Convent, you can go down. This is on Pembroke Street. Pembroke Street, and you can get your tickets one time. They have special reserve for $250, and they have ordinary seating for $250.
$200.
Wait, I thought I was only kidding. Special reserve seats for $250, ordinary seats for $200. They are available now at St. Joseph's Convent, and then from when they could be available in the box office?
April 1st.
From April 1st, they are available in the box office. I want you to go and put a little X on the 6th. What time?
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
You come at about 5:15 if you want the welcome drink.
Come at 5 p.m. if you want the welcome drink.
5:15 if you want a little cocktail.
5:15 if you want a cocktail, right? Come on, dog. And if any of you all have, some extra cash, you can make donations to St. Joseph Convent. Let's just give and just encourage youth like Gabby, like Lisa, like myself, who love youth, you know what I mean? Big us up and let's help young people just grow and become who God created them to be. Pediatricians, artists, production people with, what's the name of your
Imagine Media.
Imagine what we could do. Imagine what we could do when we're filled with Almighty God. There's no limit.
Deacon, can we also say good morning to Father Jira and the St. Teresa's Youth Group children, those young people?
Could you say that one time?
Good morning, Father Jiro and St. Teresa's Youth Group people. We love you and thank you for having faith in God and coming to Youth Group every Saturday, dealing with these two crazy wonderful people.
Listen, let me tell you something. Father G, I love you. And if you're watching on, listen, he's special,
He is.
I know.
In so many children's lives.
Listen, you went to Holy Name Convent.
Yes, I met him at Holy Name.
You met him at Holy Name.
Yes.
My Gabby went to Providence, and my Sophie went to Providence, and they just said, Dad, Father G is kind of like the patron priest for those two schools, Holy Name and Providence.
And Fatima, my brother went to Fatima.
And he was so close, to those schools.
And he remains close to you,
Yes,
throughout
he does.
your life.
Oh gosh, let me tell you something. Every time I meet Father G, he says, Derek, please tell Gabby that I'm praying for her.
Yes.
Amazing. He remembers the child. You know what I mean? Father Jiro, and for all other shepherds like Father Jiro, we do not sometimes understand or we underestimate our roles as shepherds. It takes, Lisa said, it takes a village to raise a child. And we have impact on so many people that we don't even realize. It's important for our lives to be good witnesses.
Yes, absolutely. And I take that very seriously. I think especially people in the media, I believe that once you are, well, Gabby, I like to tell you that, to whom much is given,
Much is expected.
much is expected.
Gabby
Yeah?
did that to her when she was going up for Miss World. She said, to whom much is given, much is expected. So we gotta close now because I'm getting somebody waving. I only have 4 seconds to go. Breakfast with Deacons, the best morning show. Look us again Tuesday. Boom, we gone. Awesome.